So before starting, I would like to say that no, we human beings are like very funny creature. We tend to laugh at situations which we do not understand, and it's okay if the fun is going on, but it becomes very scary when it comes to someone's emotions. So was the case which I'll try to reflect right now. Back in class 9, the immature gossips, it changed its course of direction when one of my classmates, she stated a sentence. I couldn't decide, like, should I consider it sarcasm or should I question her later on that what was the context of her. She said, you know, so and so is a very good person, is a gentleman. Contrary to his persona which he portrays himself in front of the entire class. After that day, I pondered over that for the next 2 weeks, and I could see myself embarrassed. That was the first moment of self-discovery, that I have some weaknesses which I was not aware about. Self-realization was the phase which I encountered that moment. It helped me to find out the flaws in me. Maybe those were the hindrances which was preventing me from further growth. Next up was the problem of self-articulation. You know, teenage is a very sensitive phase. We go through transition from childhood to an adulthood. We go through changes like mental changes, bodily changes, there are hormonal changes. We want to name them, like we want to articulate. There are so many emotions going on within our head, within ourselves. We know like I'm much more than this. This is not how I'm supposed to be treated. But how to express, how to let the other person know what is going on in your head. And being in an Indian society which considers many things to be a taboo is very difficult. Not just for females, but even for males. As a friend just told that despite being a male, he was so harassed. Next up. But apart from these issues which all of us face, I personally felt my major backlash was self-esteem. It wasn't creating much hindrance until and unless in class 10. That was the main climax when a third person, she stepped in our friend circle and I stepped out. I had to move out. She came in, I went out. It was like that. I had the problem of people pleasing, not standing up for myself, despite knowing that I am much more than this. I should be valued just like other members. Even I am important. You can't take me lightly. That time I used to hate her for ill-treating, for replacing me. But right now when I look back at the past, I feel grateful to her. That bitter moment turned my past into a sweet present. Today, I have the confidence to stand up for myself, to speak, to articulate my thoughts, my feeling, whatever I want to say. I can speak my heart out clearly. Lastly, after the first victory came of my personal development in class 11 was a major setback for me when I failed. I had taken up science, like most of the students, with an aspiring motive of becoming some engineer. Like even today, if someone asks me what is your favorite subject, with full pride in me, I'll say chemistry. I'm fond of chemistry. Next, I couldn't do it because I was terrible at maths. That was my main enemy. Even today, statistics is one subject which I'm afraid of. I want to escape it. So my teacher suggested me, you go for arts. I was not willing to, but I had to because of the circumstances. That department gave me so much opportunities to develop myself. Along with that, the changed attitude of our teachers, maybe it was like they were just expressing from outside, just like a coconut which is hard from outside but soft from within. They were expressing that they are disappointed. That gave me a boost to my growth. I had made up my mind, no matter what happens, I will not let these little things overcome me. Since the first day, my legs were trembling I was afraid. My classmates were cooperative to support me, to encourage me. My subjects were like improving. My attitude towards my classmates were improving. Today I'm grateful that I failed. And I wanted to, like, if this is something which I will get to experience after failing, I would love to fail every now and then. Every time I'm very happy failing because it gives me a second chance to do something better. And with a bonus of having an experience in comparison to someone who is going for the very first time and acing it at the very first instance. That last phase of growth, I couldn't see it that time, but today it has all culminated. The first, self-realization phase. Next was self-articulation. Third, self-esteem problem. It is like a hierarchy which we have studied in the first year of BBA, Maslow's hierarchy. Those were the dormant phases. The last one was the peak. There's a quotation given by Abraham Lincoln. If I get 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend 6 hours sharpening the axe. Same is the situation, mine. I can relate to that quotation. The school experience, all those negative experience of depression, anxiety, all those backlashes was a sharpening phase. And whenever something is sharpened, just like a pencil is sharpened, pencil feels a pain. But you can only use a good pencil if it's sharpened. And only after using it again and again, you'll have to sharpen it to make it a good pencil. So was mine. Today, I won't say that, I won't consider myself to be a very renowned or worthy person to speak in front of you. I am not someone who can inspire you. I'm just an ordinary student like all of you. I am with no brand image. But this experience, learn, inspire, teach, and enlighten. I experienced all those setbacks. That led me to a depression phase. The depression made me a philosopher, which enlightened me. Right now, I have those problems still within me. I have the problem of stage fear, of low emotional IQ. It's still going on. But same, I have some additional qualities of courage, which has made me come here irrespective of those problems.